Hello Internet, and welcome to my live reaction for IDW Sonic the Hedgehog issue 32. When we last left our heroes, Sonic was in Blaze's world with amnesia. And he's kind of a douchebag right now, though we don't really see too much of him, as the rest of the chapter deals with everyone kind of settling into their new post-Metal Virus realities. Amy steps down from the head of the Restoration, leaving Jewel in charge, which Jewel seems to be kind of not enthused about when she settles in. We have the Chaotix, the Rabbit family is helping out the Chaotix. Tails and Tangle getting rough and tumble out of the hole they were in. Shadow moping over his mistake back at Sunset City. And then we had a whole, celebration party that was crashed by Eggman, with the new machine using Omega. We don't exactly know how yet, but yeah, let's jump right on into issue 32. Our cover here is part of the two-page panoramic, paired with last issue, and we see Eggman in the Omega Bot as a flame of pillar deposits Sonic back to our world. So yeah, all that being said, let's jump right on in. Story so far, basically what I already brought up. Sonic disappears, everyone kind of has to make do without him, and then Eggman's attack. Our roll call, we have Amy, Jewel, Tails, Tangle, Whisper, Eggman, the Chaotix, Cream, Jamurl, Rouge, and the Babylon Rogues. Interestingly enough, Sonic is still not here, because the cover here seems to imply Sonic will arrive to help out with this fight. But Sonic is not on the roll call. There is a missing spot on the roll call, so maybe it's like Sonic is the 12th spot on the roll call. But I don't know. We'll kind of have to wait and see. So we open on Spiral Hill Village, right where we left off. Tremble in fear, fools. I am Dr. Eggman, greatest of party crashers and the fiercest of party crushers. And so yeah, now we see the whole gang facing the new Eggman robot. That's basically what we've been seeing in the cover the past two issues. But yeah, everyone's just kind of ready to deal with this threat. And Eggman pops open his cockpit. I simply must thank you for gathering together in one place. It makes destroying you all so much easier. And Whisper turns over to Amy. Amy, orders? I'm not leading the Restoration anymore. I passed it off to Jewel. Amy, take some response. Jewel doesn't know how to lead a battle. And Whisper turns over to Jewel. Jewel, orders? I don't know. I'm just handling the paperwork. You're all the hero types. Yeah, I'm not entirely sure Amy and Jewel are on the same page here. I think Jewel seems to think that she's like an assistant. Which is not what Amy has in mind. But then we see the rogues. And Wave asks Jet, what's the call, Jet? What do you think? I don't know what that means. Oh, there was a bottom panel I missed. And then we see Big in the background, completely ignoring everything. Froggy, where are you? And Jet just kind of rubs his hands. We already helped these jerks once. Let them handle Eggman while we help ourselves to the gems and get out of here. By gems, does he mean do they have the Chaos Emeralds at this party? Or is it just general money that's in Spiral Hill? Oh wait, no. That's why they went to Spiral Hill in the annual, was to steal the gems in Jewel's museum. So they're gonna go back and finish that heist. Okay. So yeah, for all the heroic work the rogues got up to in this arc, they are still thieves at heart. And that's what they're gonna do. But anyway, we see Vector and Tails. And Vector says, Tails, use your computer thingy to try to mess with the mecha's programming. Custom coding coming up. We see here Vector is very quickly becoming the leader. Especially from a tactical standpoint, from battle. Flying guys, try to bust into the cockpit. And it's Charmy, Jamurl, Cheese, and Cream. And I'm a little skeptical that Vector would be okay throwing Cream into the heat of battle. But whatever. The rest of you are with me. Aim for the leg joints and bring him down. Whisper, Amy, Espio, and Tangle all join him. And the rogues break into the museum. Where are all the gems? Only for us to see that Rouge has already stolen them all. It'll hurt returning these, but it's worth it just for this moment. I love you, Rouge. You're great. Like, mad props to Rouge for stealing the gems for the sole purpose of trolling Jet. That's some queen shit. But then we cut back to the battle. As Jamurl heads for the cockpit, you will not menace Cream further. And Cream calls, Jamurl, be careful! But just then, Eggman shoots he gets Jamurl, like, tangled up on the legs and arms and shocks him. And Jamurl falls to the ground. Bwahahaha. That's 2 wayward creations back under my control. Now I have twice the combat coding and processing power, a quadruple power-up overall. So thanks for the upgrade. And then he just starts shooting. Missiles and machine guns and lasers, all kinds of shit. And then we come back to Blaze's world. Imperial Palace of the Sol Empire, Blaze's world and dimension. And Sonic has come running by, as Blaze is carting something. How are you this evening, Mr. Needlemouse? Oh, hello, Your Highness. Just taking a brief jog, a few laps around the island on this lovely evening. And Blaze's assistant turns to her. At least he's still running around. Truly. While I agree we must do anything to help him, are you sure this will work? And Blaze says with, like, a smirk, no. The nature of Sonic's arrival, his memory loss, are all a mystery. Anything we attempt will have a degree of uncertainty to it. But I have faith in the power of the Sol Emeralds, and as their guardian, only I may use their power for this task. And we see they've gotten the Sol Emeralds out. Sonic. And so she turns to Sonic now. You keep calling me that, but oh my. And Blaze is she in her, is it burning form, is what it's called for Blaze? Right now, or is she just, like, mildly powered up? May the power of the Sol Emeralds help you to remember. Gaze into the sacred fire and have it fuel the winds of your spirit. Recall our past adventures. Recall all the good you have done. Return to us. Return to the hero I know you to be. And Sonic just kind of, like, squints at the flame. What are you talking about? Why are you on fire? And why is it so familiar? And we see Blaze in her burning form. I don't know if that's meant to be one of the Rush games, or maybe the Battle of Angel Island. Because I'm pretty sure if Blaze has her own dimension, that means that Sonic 06 is not canon in this timeline. Which, you know, all the better, I will say. Then we also see what it looks like Supersonic with the Warp Topaz. But that might also be a Rush reference I'm not quite getting, because I never got very far in the Rush games. And then he sees in his eye Supersonic and Burning Blaze, like, half and half. But then we cut back to Spiral Hill. No time to worry about that for now. So Rouge is back down with Tails all of a sudden. I guess she's gotten tired of messing with the rogues. She says, so this is new and terrible. Got a plan, sweetie? And Tails tells her, I've written some code that should interfere with that thing's systems and eject Jamurl, but there's no wireless receiver. I need a hard line to upload it. Oh, is that because Jamurl destroyed his receiver in the fight with Xena, was her name, I think? And Rouge tells him, well, breaking and entering is sort of my thing. Tell me when you're ready to go. Look for an access panel on the back in 3, 2, 1, go! And it looks more like she's looking for something in the Eggman bot, so that's not related to what happened with Jamurl. So Tails and Rouge fly over to the back of the robot. We see Vector, like, wrestling with one of Eggman's arms here. And so Rouge is looking around. Construction on this is pretty shoddy. The doctor threw this together in a hurry, so he probably didn't do much to hide, and just then she finds the panel. Eureka! Thanks, Rouge. Now to ruin Eggman's day. And he plugs it in, and Jamurl goes through another shock, but is let go, and he drops. Charmy and Cream catch him. You okay, buddy? We see Cream is still looking very worried, but Jamurl lets out, system reboot initiated. And then Rouge and Tails fly away, and Rouge notices, hey, that's not just a weird cosmetic choice. Omega is literally a part of this thing. Well, get him out. That's Tails first, and then Rouge. I'm working on it, but he's hardwired into the chassis. I'll see if there's an ejection protocol. And Eggman notices the two of them talking very loudly. Hack into my systems, will he? And he pulls out, is that a gun? It's a laser gun, because he shoots it at them. And Rouge yells, get down! And we see the laser has cut this huge hole into the side of the building. And then we see Omega. Primary systems online. Secondary programming active. Must destroy Eggman. Must destroy Eggman's enemies. Ooh, that's not good. Warning. Cascade error. So much to shoot. Too conflicted to aim. Actually, that might be kind of good. Omega can't decide who to kill first. That's some king shit from Omega. And we cut to Vector. The barrage has stopped. He's stuck. Let's get him while we can. And for some reason, I accidentally jumped back to the story so far. But anyway, now we're back where we're supposed to be. And so while the robot is no longer shooting at anything, Eggman is out of the cockpit using his laser gun. And everyone, we see like bits of everyone. It's a full page panel of just everyone doing their own little attack on Eggman. Whisper with her Wispons, Amy whacking with a hammer, Tangle's tail, up in the robot's joints. Vector like biting through the limbs. Cream and Tails flying around. Rouge kicking at the robot. Charmy trying to like pull Omega out. And we just have Big in the background, ignoring all of this. And just then, Cheese like kicks Eggman in the head, and so he puts his cockpit back up. Bah! I've toyed with you fools long enough. Omega, back on your leash. And Charmy is still trying to get through to Omega. Come on, fight him! System override. And then the robot whacks at Charmy. Eep! When he gets away. And then we go back to Blaze's world, as Blaze gets out of a burning form and turns to Sonic. How do you feel now? And then Sonic responds, like I did one too many loop-de-loops in a row, but definitely a lot less warped. Sonic? Oh, no, sorry, the Sonic was before that bit. Which means that he's responding to the name Sonic. So he's back. Sonic is back. Did not last very long, the whole amnesia thing. But he definitely has memories of the Warp Topaz. So yeah, that's like the second amnesia plot in this series that is just like only been a very temporary setback and not really done anything interesting with. So it's weird that Ian Flynn keeps coming back to, or not keeps coming back to, but has come back to the well that he didn't do anything with the first time, just to not do anything with it the second time? I don't know, it's a weird choice. Anyway, thanks for putting chili back on my dog, Blaze. And Blaze responds, I'm just happy to have you back to your old self. Can you remember if your world is alright? It's fuzzy, but yeah, things were dicey, but Silver and I handled it. And in handling it, you crash-landed in my garden with amnesia? Blaze calls him out. And as Blaze examines him, Sonic kind of like pulls away. Well, you know me, I like to make an entrance. Sorry, by the way. Not to sound ungrateful, but I didn't exactly say goodbye before leaving. Everybody must be worried. Can you send me home? Of course. Please give my best to Amy and Cream. Was Blaze closer to Amy and Cream than anyone else? I feel like they definitely haven't had much interaction in this series. Maybe they were both in the Rush games. Again, my Rush knowledge is very light. Anyway, will do. But come visit soon, okay? We all miss having you around. Thank you. I will. And Blaze summons him off in a flame of pillar, like we see, or pillar of flame, like we see in the cover. Back in Spiral Hill, Eggman is seemingly on top right now. You put up a decent, though we do see that the robot is kind of, there's a lot of dirt, a lot of scrapes on it, a lot of dents. You put up a decent fight, but it's time to raise you and this village to the ground. And he readies his laser. And he sees a light. Oh, now what? And it's Sonic. Hey guys, miss me? And the look Amy gives him, just pure shock. Pure, are you fucking kidding me right now? Tails can't even lift his head. And Sonic turns back to look at Eggman. Looks like I'm unfashionably late. What's the sit, little bro? And Tails runs up at him. Eggman is using Omega as the core for the bigger mecha. Got it. And Eggman starts raging. No. I had them. I'd won. And Sonic runs right in front of him and just starts whamming on the bot. Specifically on where Omega is captured. And he's pulled Omega out of the robot and just out you go. And he kicks him to the ground. And Omega responds, unleashing stockpiled wrath, and just starts shooting at the Eggman robot. Ammo depleted, and his entire left arm and right elbow down all fall off. It's all good, man. You did your part. Do not patronize me. Eggman still standing in the robot, but raging. You just couldn't stay gone, could you? Just had to come back and ruin my fun. Always, Eggface. Anytime, anywhere. Come a little closer. We'll go another round. At this point, Eggman is just in his hovercraft, and Sonic is just challenging him to a fight. And Eggman kind of sweating now. Still sore about that whole getting infected and nearly becoming a mindless machine thing, eh? That's part of the list, yes. Well, I still ruined your party. The day is mine. My next sinister plot will be unbeatable. Until next time, you wretched hedgehog. And he just leaves. Until next time, Doc. In the time after that, and the one after that, maybe you'll eventually come around. Once again, I brought this up in the past 2 issues, but it's a theme that keeps getting brought up now. And given that it's not just Amy now, makes me think it might be a recurring theme this series addresses. Is, like I've said before, the ever-cyclical nature of a story like this. Of being both, the very non-larger story-based Sonic games, but itself being a larger, more cohesive story, means that these things kind of keep happening. And I'm really curious to see, now that things have hopefully settled down, after this issue, how the series handles it from here. I think this is Ian Flynn's last issue as head writer, at least for a while, so maybe this is just setting things up that the next head writer, who I think has been working on the series as well, but what he wants to cover in his run. But yeah, anyway, just then Amy comes up and hugs him. Sonic! I was worried we'd never see you again. Oh, this is a little cataclysmic reality-bending explosion. I was fine. Blaze says hey, by the way. And then Tails joins in the hug, too. I knew you'd be back. I knew it! And Tangle comes in. Yo, are we getting our victorious group hug on? You know it. And Tangle joins in, along with everyone else, all wrapped up in her tail. I love that. Yeah, everybody get in on this. Whisper is, of course, very happy to be with Tangle. Rouge has kind of seemed very shocked and a little blushing at this. The Chaotix are enjoying themselves. Don't know how the robots feel about all this. And then Jewel comes over to Tangle. Tangle? Whoops, missed you. I think you can wedge in here between me and Sonic. Tangle comes in. Not Tangle, Jewel. Not Tangle, I said Tangle when Jewel first arrived here. I hate to ruin the mood, but the town is still on fire. Rip. Rip Spiral Hill. Easily fixed. Your town is really invasion prone, you know that? I'll have you know you're perfectly boring until you showed up, mister. That's Sonic and Tangle, by the way. Haha, let's go. And Amy watches them as they, spread water across the town. He never stops, does he? And Tails looks back at her. Nope, and neither should we. Come on. And as the sun rises, they've, stopped the fire. The smoke still kind of drifts up. And Sonic sits up on a rooftop thinking to himself, it's good to be back. Good to be healthy. I hope Silver and Blaze can come back and not have to deal with some kind of disaster. A new day means new adventures, so no more lying around. Time to find out what comes next. The Metal Virus saga is over. Next time, off to the Chow races. We see next month, this might be the cover of a more CG looking Sonic, with, against the night sky, we see a burning plane and like a silhouette, a constellation style image of Amy and Rouge. So yeah, that is the end of the Metal Virus saga and its epilogue. It's really over, and it's just a really good, happy ending. Though, like I've said, this epilogue is fascinated with the idea of the story never really ends. Even this final page, I hope Silver and Blaze can come back and not have to deal with some kind of disaster, is addressing the fact that there is always some kind of disaster. And there will always be some kind of disaster, because that is inherent to the nature of this kind of story. There's never going to be a day when evil is fully defeated. And everyone just has their own happy lives forever. That's not how this story is structured. And the idea that the series is actually addressing that fact is fascinating, and like I've said over and over now, I cannot wait to see how it addresses that in the future. I hope it's a thread that picks up as the series goes on. Just seeing the blurb for next time, Off to the Chow Races, it does not look like next time will be a big serious arc. But hopefully be more of a fun arc. But I don't think we'll really see this concept addressed more thoroughly until the next big arc. Just because, they're not going to think about how their life is nothing but disasters until there's another disaster. But yeah, this chapter is just kind of a lot of fun. We get just Vector as a natural born leader. Honestly, if Amy is insistent on stepping down as the restoration head, Vector is a good choice for a replacement in the ways that Jewel is much more of a desk job kind of person. I mean, she works a desk job. Honestly, a Jewel Vector running the restoration, that could work. Like, Vector is really, really tactical. I mean, it's not like some brilliant bit of military strategy, but he immediately jumps to the leadership role when no one asks him. He's just like, he can do that. He knows how to do that. He's had training, leading the Chaotix, and he applies that to the whole group. It's just really effective. So yeah, if Amy, as she's kind of been stating, if Amy is insistent on stepping down, Vector and Jewel as like co-presidents could work really well. Assuming Vector can get, steps away from the Chaotix for a while. But anyway, all that being said, Sonic's restoration is quick, but whatever, I guess we need Sonic back. This is Sonic the Hedgehog, not Mr. Needle Mouse. So yeah, but it's pretty quick, it's pretty, snap of fingers, she goes blazing form, and then he's back to normal, whatever. Burning form, not blazing form, my bad. I knew something sounded weird about Blazing Blaze. I do really love, though, this whole page of the gang just attacking Eggman. Everyone doing their own little parts. I called attention to it earlier in the video, but it's just a really, really good page. But then Sonic returns. He, easily rescues Omega, and he, comes up to Eggman full of confidence, knowing that he is fully in control here. And Eggman acknowledges that he's beat. For now, at least. There's no way Eggman will take this lying down. But, Eggman's gonna be back, and he's gonna have some evil plan. And honestly, I'm kind of excited to see what it is. I'm curious, though, that, Sonic's whole maybe you'll eventually come around. That particular idea seems a little weird. Just like maybe, I don't know what else it would be. I don't know. Forget that. Anyway, and then we see the mix of his bravado and his mix of Sonic's bravado and his kind of don't worry, everything's always all right. His line to Amy, it was a little cataclysmic reality bending explosion. I was fine. It was a really great line. But then they save the village. And Sonic runs off to face the new day. And we have Chow races next time, which I don't think we've actually seen since Sonic Adventure 2. And we'll see how inspired they are by SA2, because this has been a series I'm very, very happy to pull from the plots of older games. We'll see how much they pull from the mechanics of older games. But anyway, all that being said, I can't wait for next time. And that's also, before next time, I think we have the first issue of Bad Guys is in 2 weeks. So that'll be very fun. But yeah, that's all I have to say for this video. Hope you all enjoyed the chapter issue and the video itself. If you did, feel free to drop me a like or subscribe or, do whatever makes you happy, And anyway, wait, no, hold on. As always, people, your life is your own, okay? Bye!